Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dorcas. Please do not forget to subscribe before you click out and do not forget to like this video as well. So this is basically another frustrating experience story. So I've had different experiences, but this I feel like a lot of people who relocate, or a lot of people see people relocating and they think, oh, it's all rosy. It is not all rosy, but then it is not all bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not all bad, but these are the experiences that I've personally went through. These are the experiences that I personally went through relocating. So there are different things that happen. So let me even backtrack and start this whole frustrating story. So it all started from the weather. You know, when you hit, especially coming from a hot country like Nigeria, you know Nigeria is warm, they are cold. Trust me, it's nothing compared to this. Our Hamatan, we call it Hamatan in Nigeria, is nothing compared to their cold here. Like, it gets really cold. Even their summer is cold. Although this last summer was really hot, there was heat wave and it was like I was in Makurdi. If you know how Makurdi feels, or Mina in Nigeria, that's how it felt during this summer. But that's not the point of this video. So I'm not used to cold. If you do not like cold climes, cold conditions, you might struggle a bit with the weather. So when I came, it was really cold, because I think I came in winter. Yes, so it was really cold for me. I was always doubling up, and doubling up is work for me, because every time you want to go out, you cannot just wear your clothes and go out. You have to wear a jacket, and these jackets are heavy. Let's not even deceive ourselves. It looks cute in pictures, but they're actually heavy to put on, and then you feel really big. And then imagine walking long distances with those big jackets. It's a lot. It looks cool and cute in pictures. Anyway, so the weather is one thing that really dealt with me. You know how you'll be walking and tears will be coming out of your eyes? It's cold. I could not even put my hands out. Like, every time I was walking, my hands were in my pockets. I was always putting my hands in my pocket to keep my palms warm, because it was so cold. Now that's one of the frustrating things, because it was new to me, so it frustrated me a lot. The cold, you know how sometimes you get so cold that it gets annoying, it's not cute anymore. Sometimes you want a little breeze, but it's not that kind of cold. So the cold was one of the things that I was like, hey, wala deal, like, this is serious something. So another frustrating experience I had was with accommodation. Guys, let me explain to you what happened to me with accommodation. So I was looking for accommodation, right? And then you'd have to check online. I was checking online. I was calling people. I was trying to see if I could get virtual viewings, because some of them were far away from where I was. So instead of going all the way, I was like, okay, can I view on the phone? Like, so the agent, for virtual viewing, the agent will have to go to the house and hold a phone or camera or whatever, mostly phone, show you the house, the rooms, and the selling points of the house while talking you through the house. So it's like you're there but you're not there kind of thing. So I was going through I saw some houses like that, and then I was speaking with like different landlords, different agents. I'll get to the fun part. I was speaking with different agents and all of those things. Guys, there was one agent that I even spoke to. No, not an agent, an actual landlord. He was the owner of the house. So he asked me things about myself, because I was interested in the house. I liked the house. He asked me things about myself, and it seemed like, okay, I'd made progress, because finding a house can be hectic. So I felt like I had made progress, because in this place, now they do shakara with their houses. It's not like Nigeria where they'll be rushing you. It's you that will be following them back to back. So I made progress and everything. Then he now called me afterwards and said, oh, he wanted to find out the contract was from and blah, blah, blah. Do you know, I told this guy that I am Nigerian, I am from Nigeria. And this guy said, oh, sorry, I can't give the house out to you. And at the time, it did not occur to me to ask him, is it because I'm Nigerian? I don't want to make trouble. But I was still registered. You know when you just hear something and it's shocking. So I was in that shock, like, so because I am Nigerian, I cannot get your house. I was like disappointed, and that just added to my frustration. Like, so because I am Nigerian, this man will not give me a house. You know, a whole lot of things were just going through my mind. It was so frustrating trying to find a house. Guys, accommodation is one frustrating thing. Then if you eventually now get one, I also had an issue with one. Oh god, I keep skipping. So if you eventually now get one, the process of form, you go through a series of process to even get the house. So you've seen the house, you like the house, it's not enough for you to just pay and move in. No, you need to fill form. And there are forms here, guys. If you cannot write, if you cannot fill form, if you cannot type, just be prepared. That's how we were filling forms and forms. Like, Just for house, the forms were many, maybe like 4 5 pages of form, and then you would need to put a guarantor. A guarantor, obviously somebody that lives in the UK or that has lived in the UK for about 3 years, to be able to say, okay, oh, I know this guy. The guarantor will come. Then you even meet some people that want to scam you. I met one guy that was saying we needed to pay deposits, holding deposit. This one, I'd not even gone to the house to see the actual house. So he said we needed to make holding deposit for him to even hold the house. To let him blow your mind, then he was insisting that before you even see the house, you have to make payment. So if you're not careful, you can fall for all those scams. He said that we needed to pay for the house before even seeing the house. And to be honest, if I did not have one or two guidance from people here, and obviously speaking with my husband and all of that, I was like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to pay for a house that you have not seen? But you know, when you're frustrated, sometimes you'll be like, okay, maybe I should just pay, like, so that you can move in. Because I've seen what I saw. It wasn't even a virtual view, that house. It was what's it called now? It was a recorded viewing. So it was a recorded video. So that house they could have recorded that thing maybe 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and the house is probably not looking as it looked in the picture. But the frustration was getting too much. We almost made that payment for that house without seeing the house. So that one too was really frustrating. Then you will fill forms. Then there were some that we saw that said we needed to make 1 year payment or 6 months payment. That's if you don't have a guarantor. But this one that even wanted 6 months payment said even with your guarantor, you get guarantor, you don't get guarantor, you need to make payment. And you know, when you are not settled, you don't have a house yet, every other thing is just not together. You're basically living from your box because you cannot like offload and be comfortable. So it was really frustrating. If you come to the UK and they're trying to get the house, accommodation can be really frustrating. Let me just tell you now, just know that accommodation, no, you will be it will frustrate you. And when you finally get the house, you fill form. After filling form, you wait for them to do their background check. You wait for them to call the reference, to get in touch with the numbers and names you put down as your references, because you also need references. You need guarantor, you need references, people that can vouch for you that, oh, this person is this person is that, either personal or work reference. It was a lot, and it can be really, really frustrating. Accommodation, just know that one. Some won't take advantage of you, make you pay more than you're supposed to pay. All you're supposed to pay is most times is a deposit fee and then the month's rent. So you're basically paying the deposit fee and the month's rent. But some people want to make you pay for 6 months or even 1 year. And if you know sharp, it's not just in other countries that they take advantage of people. Even here, they won't take advantage of you because they know that you're pressed for this thing, you want this thing, you get. Another thing that can be really frustrating that a lot of people do not talk about a lot is Google Map. So you feel like you know how to use Google Map in your country. You know, when you're driving, you just go straight. We hardly use Google Map when we're working back in Nigeria because you literally know where you're going. You just go this way, go that way, you're there. And I don't know, I feel like it is easy to locate places in Nigeria, or easier. I think I would say it's easier just because I grew up there. So obviously it will be easier for me to know my way around. But here, you think that you know how to use Google Map. Google Map will disgrace you. In Nigeria, Google Map used to still disgrace people because sometimes it will take you to like a blocked road or a dead end. Do you get? Here, working with Google Map, you'll get lost. Anybody that comes to the UK, trust me, they don't lost tire. There is nobody that would not go missing, like, not go missing, but like you would miss your way is what I mean. Proper English. You would miss your way for a fact. Even using Google Map, you will still miss your way. Google Map. You use Google Map, you go missing. You find yourself in a weird place. Like, no, this is not where I came before. Or you'll be like, how did I get here? Okay, how do I... You think you know how to use Google Map? If you want to relocate, just go and learn how to use Google Map well, because Google Map would be your lifesaver if you need to get to anywhere. Even when you're driving here, you need to still be able to use Google Map and drive and not be like really focused on your phone or the navigating system, the screen or whatever. I have gone missing, and most of the people that I know here have gone missing at some point. Another place that for sure you will go missing is London. What's that station called? Victoria Station, London Victoria Station, I think that's what's called. If you go there, you must go missing. Victoria Station, underground, all those places. You go. I was going to London with I was even going with a baby. Imagine. So I left my school, my city where I am. I left by train. I got to London. So I had to get on another train. Hey, I didn't even know where I was going. I was just following people. And then I was pushing these push chairs because the baby was in the push chair, was in the pram. I was pushing the chair, pushing the baby. So I was trying to catch up with people, but then there was like staircase. I couldn't use the staircase, so I had to go use the elevator. By the time I used the elevator and got down, the people that I followed off the train, I did not see them again. I don't lost. I'd gone missing. I did not go missing, but like I'd missed my way. And I had to start asking. And it can be so frustrating when you go, like when you miss your ways, like, so how do I go back? Like, these are the frustrating things. They seem small, but they are huge because it just adds to your stress. So you are stressed maybe because you're trying to catch up with time, you have an appointment, and then missing your way is now adding to it. Be ready. These are the things that, back in Nigeria, when you're going somewhere, you know that, okay, it's traffic. So if you want to get there early, leave before the traffic builds up, or give yourself enough time, factor in traffic so that when you get there, you know that, okay, you factored in traffic and then you'll be there early. But here you leave early. Always leave early, by the way, in this place, no African time. You leave early, you must go missing. You must miss your way. Standard. I missed my way that day. I was so frustrated. When I was leaving London and coming back to my school, I didn't even bother taking... No. Okay, no, when I was going back to the train station, I didn't even bother going by train. I just took a cab because we cannot go lost again. I was tired, I was hungry. Okay, so another thing that makes this place really frustrating is, this one is for my mommies out there. You're a mommy, you have kids, you're a lady, you have hair on your head. This place can be frustrating when it comes with hair making. In Nigeria, what's our own? You go on the streets, you make your hair. They even come to your house, home service, you're chilling, everything. Here, hair making is frustrating. You want to go to the salon to make it ridiculously expensive. And then after spending that much money on hair, it's not like you're getting the best. I've seen people go to salon to make hair here. It's even a black owned salon. And they cannot do braids or cornrows well. And they are charging you 80 pounds. 80 pounds for hair. Please convert it in naira. I don't convert anymore because for my sanity. After a while you stop converting. So I don't convert anymore. But still 80 pounds is a lot of money to use for cornrows. All back that I can do for myself. So if you don't know how to make hair on your head, or you don't have somebody that can do cornrows for you or make hair for you, frustration. That's not... A lot of people come here and cut their hair, no cap. They come and they just cut their hair and dye their hair. If you check some of your friends that you know, low-key, ask them why they cut their hair after relocating, or they will just lock their hair. If you see a lot of people have dreads and all those things, they just, because it's easier. You cannot add hair to your everything that is going on in a fast-paced society, because this society is fast-paced. If you don't know how to make hair and then you don't have kids, you want to come with kids, please go and learn how to make hair, because at least so that you can do your kids hair. No, let's put you aside, so that at least you can be making your kids hair, if you understand what I'm saying. It is crazy. Hair making, go and learn how to make hair for your kids. Now I'm wearing a wig, so it's like, okay, it's cornrows I have on that. I can do cornrows for myself. I know somebody that can make cornrows for me. So that one is, right now, it's cornrow to cornrow that I'm doing. Cornrow to cornrow. I'm doing cornrow to cornrow. I lose my cornrow, wash my hair, go back to cornrow. Lose my cornrow. Wash my hair, go back to cornrow. So if you don't know how to make hair, it can be frustrating. Now, all this to say that these are some of the things that can be frustrating, but doesn't mean that they're all bad. But these are some of the frustrating experiences that I have personally had. I've heard war stories. I've heard of people working long hours because they're trying to get somewhere, or some people that they took advantage. And sometimes, even with all these Airbnbs, I forgot to mention, my friend was telling me, if you're not careful, what you pay for is not what you get. It's not what you pay for that you always get. It's not like this thing happens it happens here too. For Airbnb, you go there, the place will be bad. It won't be like what it is in the picture. Mind you, you can report them and probably get your money back if you take pictures and you document it all. But these things happen. She paid for a place, it wasn't what it was. It was small, it was bad. In fact, a whole lot of things can be frustrating. And I've noticed that in this place, what adds more to the frustration is not, yeah, the physical stuff does add to like the frustration and tiredness, but all these things can be mentally draining. That's why in my last video I said something about protecting your mental health. We don't talk about mental health a lot in our country, but here you start to realize the importance of mental health and how much it is you need to protect your space and your mental health, because these things can be frustrating, I said. So let me just come to the end of this video. This is the end of the video. So guys, do not forget to like, share, subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, please, we're trying to grow the channel. Please help a sister. So please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.